Greetings and good day. Welcome to today's news roundup from Zir News 24. Today is Sunday, the 5th of Asad in the Hijri solar year 1404, corresponding to July 27, 2025 in the Gregorian calendar. I'm Pashtana Oryakil, and I bring you the latest national and international news from Zir News 24. But first, today's headlines. Over 14,000 flights were operated from Afghan airports last year, according to the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation. 122 Palestinians, including 83 children, have died from starvation in Gaza due to ongoing Israeli blockade and famine conditions. In Zahedan, Iran, 9 people were killed in an armed attack on a courthouse. In sports, the Ammo Sharks secured their 4th victory in the ongoing Shpagiza League tournament. National news. The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation reports over 14,000 domestic and international flights were operated last year from Afghan airports, with 7,665 from Kabul International Airport alone. Afghanistan currently has transportation agreements with 7 countries, including Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Turkey, Iran, and Pakistan. Over 10,000 TAD documents were issued from Peshawar and Quetta consulates. The ministry also confirmed that 55 development projects were near completion last year, creating indirect employment for 3,000 to 4,000 people. This year, around 40 projects are in design or procurement stages. Diplomatic developments. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian is scheduled to visit Kabul soon. Iran's embassy in Kabul announced the visit, emphasizing the goal of opening a new chapter in bilateral relations. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's Charge d'Affaires in Kyrgyzstan, Malawi Abdul Shakur Haqqani, met with Qatar's ambassador to discuss the Islamic Emirates' recognition and broader diplomatic issues. China's special envoy for Afghan affairs also met with Pakistan's foreign secretary to discuss regional cooperation and security challenges. Humanitarian and environmental updates. Mullah Noordin Turabi, acting head of Afghanistan's National Disaster Management Authority, met with UK humanitarian aid officials to discuss the impacts of climate change, particularly floods and droughts, and called for greater support for preventive projects like small dams and retaining walls. Land restitution efforts. The Ministry of Justice announced the recovery of over 510,000 geribs of state-owned land across 16 provinces, with efforts ongoing in 27 additional provinces. International news. Gaza. 122 Palestinians, including children, die from starvation. The Gaza Health Ministry confirmed that famine and aid blockades have led to the deaths of 122 Palestinians, 83 of whom are children. Global aid organizations, including WHO and MSF, warn that 2.1 million people are at risk of famine. More than 100 humanitarian agencies have called this a man-made disaster, urging immediate global intervention. Zahedan court attack. Iran. An armed attack on a courthouse in Zahedan, Sistan Baluchistan, left 9 dead and at least 22 wounded. The militant group Jaish al-Adl claimed responsibility. Iran has labeled the assault a terrorist act. UK on Palestinian recognition. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Britain would recognize a Palestinian state only as part of a comprehensive peace plan. Meanwhile, France is expected to formally recognize Palestine at the UN this September. Nigeria famine crisis. Doctors Without Borders reports 652 child deaths from malnutrition in Katsina State, Nigeria this year. Severe funding cuts from the US, UK, and EU have worsened the crisis. The UN World Food Programme warns that 300,000 children could soon face severe acute malnutrition without urgent aid. Thailand-Cambodia conflict. Border clashes between Thailand and Cambodia have left 32 dead and over 130 injured. More than 150,000 people have been displaced, and Thailand has declared martial law in affected areas. Tunisia protest. Hundreds protested in Tunis, accusing President Kais Saied of turning the country into an open-air prison. Demonstrators called for democratic reforms and international attention to worsening human rights violations. Sports news. Taekwondo athletes from South Korea and Pakistan are in Kabul for a technical seminar and meetings with Afghan Olympic officials. In the 13th match of the Shpagiza League, Boost defenders defeated Miss Ainak Knights by 6 wickets. In the day's second match, Amo Sharks also secured a 6-wicket victory over Spingar Tigers, topping the points table. In Bamiyan, local wrestling competitions saw Javad, Samir, and Khabib win top positions. In Andar district, Ghazni traditional spear throwing games took place, with Muhammad Anwar's team winning first place. That wraps up today's edition of Zir News 24. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube at Zir News 24 for more updates and breaking stories. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.